Good afternoon, I'm Mark. Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. I want to take you on a walk around our 2008 Mazda 6 Sports Luxury hatchback this afternoon. Starting at the front of the car, you'll notice we do have fog lights down the bottom. On low beam you do have xenon headlights as well. Coming around to the driver's side, you notice beautifully finished 18-inch factory alloy wheels with basically brand new tyres. The alloys coming down the driver's side of the car, hardly any marks on them, a couple of very minor scuff marks if I want to be really particular. Finished in a red metallic, the Juco on the car presents really well. A couple of minor little blemishes just on the rear driver's door there, but overall in really good condition. Stunning colour actually, it really stands out well. Moving down towards the rear of the car, notice with the Mazda 6 the Luxury has the clear tail lights, also stainless steel exhaust with twin pipes, and rear sensors standard on this car as well. The rear of the car, the tailgate, the bumper bar and everything absolutely unmarked, in really nice order. As we move down along the passenger side of the car, usually as a rule, if any alloys were going to have scuff marks or a bit of gutter rash, it would be this side of the car, but only one very minor blemish on the left-hand rear alloy, overall in very good condition. The Juco coming down the passenger side of the car presents pretty much near new. One very minor mark on the passenger door, but apart from that, no, in really good order this car. And just briefly touching on it, which we'll go into further detail a little bit later inside the car, also fitted with factory sunroof, which we currently have in the tilt position. So presents really well on the outside this car. Just moving around under the bonnet of the Mazda now, just a really simple release. Slide your hand in there and just tilt the little release to your right hand side. Up comes the bonnet, extremely lightweight bonnet in the Mazda as well. Now what we have here powering the car is a 2.5 litre double overhead cam motor, which does generate 125 kilowatts of power. Having said that, it does deliver really good fuel economy. Combined fuel consumption per 100 k's of 8.7 litres. So, you know, not only does it have a little bit of get up and go if you need it, but it does deliver you fantastic fuel economy as well. Moving around to the rear of the car now, you notice factory spoiler on the tailgate. Really well finished, the tailgate as well. Just where your brake light is in the actual tailgate, you notice a small pneumatic button just to release the hatch. Just a simple matter of popping that, and your hatchback, as you can see with the gas struts, just lifts itself right up out of your way. You do notice we do have the parcel shelf here. If you do want to release that from the tailgate, just a simple matter of popping those two lugs off there. Also another feature with the Mazda, if you do need additional room in the back of the car, if you want to release the 60-40 split seats so that the back drops down, just simple matter, you have a handle on either side of the car, simple matter of popping that handle, releases the seat and folds right down out of the way. I'll release the other one as well. Gives you a really good idea of the amount of storage space that you do have in the rear once those back seats are dropped right down. It's just a bit of flexibility if you ever want to buy yourself a nice big plasma and pop it in the back. Move to the interior of the Sports Luxury now, and quite a few features for us to run through. Starting on the driver's armrest on the door here, we do have all our power window buttons and also electric mirrors, all incorporated into the driver's armrest there. As we come across to the dashboard and steering wheel section, we'll notice that our steering wheel is not only adjustable up and down, but telescopic as well. So you can set yourself up to the perfect driving position. Once that is set, just a simple matter of locking the steering wheel back into place, which is located down the center underneath the steering wheel. Do notice, being the Sports Luxury, we do have sports pedals, which accelerator and brake, just a step up from your base model in the Mazda. On our steering wheel, a number of options available to us here. We have all our settings for our cruise control on the right hand side, and then all our audio settings on the left. You will also notice, as we'll discuss with the seats, leather wrap steering wheel. And then on the front here we have all of our controls for wipers and indicators and headlights as standard right hand side. One other thing to notice, which we'll run through when we talk about the transmission, We do have controls on the steering wheel, so that when we're in sports shift we can actually change manually off the wheel without having to concentrate on anything else except what should be the focus is the road in front of you. As we move into the center section now, basically up the top our screen gives us all the information we want in reference to our heating and cooling. We have dual zone climate control air conditioning, which we actually have running, as you can see, at 18 degrees at present. Nice warm day in Melbourne, so we've got that all running whilst we're in the car. Down below our air conditioning vents, you will notice it is a really high quality sound system in the Mazda. It's a Bose premium sound, and you've got your multi-function audio here. So we've got 6-stack in-dash CD player with MP3 compatibility. You'll also notice just here, which is usually stored in the glove box, I can just plug my iPhone into that cable and it'll just pick up any music I've got stored on my phone. Obviously throws it up, and we're on track 1 up there on the actual readout screen as well. Plugging that in automatically just picks up whatever music I've got on my phone. So if you're sick of listening to the radio stations, just plug the phone in. In the event you do have maybe newer technology such as an iPhone 5, simple matter of going to somewhere like Tandy or Dick Smith, and you can buy yourself a little adapter which will allow you to hook into different types of phones if needed. Moving down into our transmission now, as I mentioned earlier, you can drive this car as a normal automatic vehicle, or as I mentioned, if you move into sports mode, which is just sliding the stick above to your right hand side, you can manually change in sports shift by all these controls on the steering wheel. As indicated in the middle of the dash there, I'm currently in manual mode, showing manual first gear. It'll allow me to show manual first and second gear only, obviously because we're stationary. You feel like driving the car like a bit of a sports car, you've got that option there if you need. Now that we've finished with that section of the car, we'll just have a quick run through the interior. As I mentioned with the steering wheel, we've got full leather interior in the Mazda. Now I've got to say, the leather that they use in the seats in the Mazda, really high quality leather, super comfortable seats to sit in. So all your interior finished in leather. That's not only the seats, the steering wheel. You'll also notice the panels on your actual driver's and passenger's doors finished in a leather as well. A lot to like about this car. Now just moving back to a really important aspect in this car, and that's safety. We've got front, side and curtain airbags in the Mazda 6, and coupled with traction and stability control on the outside of the car helps it achieve a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. Really important when you're looking at cars, you know, the safety level of this car being 5-star ticks every box. And also just one other feature that we touched on earlier outside the car, we did have the sunroof in the tilt position. Electric factory sunroof operated by both these buttons here. If we want the sunroof completely open, it's a simple push of one button, it's automatic all the way. So it opens itself up in the event you want it completely open. We'll notice here, have a wind deflector up there which automatically pops into place, spring loaded, just to stop wind blowing directly into the cabin. It deflects it over and above. We want to close the sunroof back up. It's just a matter of holding the button down there. You can leave the cover open, and then once again, as you saw earlier, just tilt it up into position so you're just getting a bit of flow through. So just in summary guys, hope this really helps you. It really is a cracker looking car, this Mazda 6. Sports luxury hatchback, 5-star ANCAP safety rating, great fuel economy. It's only 2.5 litre motor, 8.7 litres per 100 Ks, but 125 kilowatts at your disposal as well. If you've got any further questions, feel free to give us a ring, 9907 0555. Have a great day.